Hey everybody, as you know, I'm Godzilla Hawk, also known as Preston, and today I am going to be doing an announcement. Yes, so starting from today, all the way to, I would say, next Friday, I'm going to be doing videos based on Godzilla. Now, I told everybody a while ago that when May came around, I was going to start doing Godzilla videos. Now, although it's May 8th, and I did skip a few days just because I want to do some wrestling videos, but that's out the window. All my wrestling videos that I want to do are going to be on the WGS. Any other videos are going to be postponed, except maybe for the Who's Better video. It just depends on which one gets, voted on the most. If it's King Kong versus Godzilla, I'll do it. Hang on, guys. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. So, to be honest, so starting from today all the way to next Friday, which is the Godzilla movie that's recently coming out, I will be talking about Godzilla stuff, whether I'm doing top 10 favorites, whether I'm talking about top 10 worst, whether I'm talking about other movies resembling to Godzilla that will never be mentioned. Video games, whether they're video game reviews or walkthroughs, gameplay. I'll definitely do a walkthrough, maybe tomorrow or something, for Friday. I don't know, like I said, I got my Xbox set up, so I gotta plug the Wii back in. I have not played on the Wii in such a long time, so I will have to set everything up there. But hopefully I'll get to that soon. But like I said, it's more gonna be, like I said, a variety on Godzilla films. And it's just on Godzilla itself. I'm not gonna talk about Pacific Rim, because Pacific Rim isn't Godzilla. Well, technically, they're supposed to be doing a crossover in the near future. That's what I've been hearing, but that's beside the point. So, that's the announcement. I'm going to be doing Godzilla videos. With that being said, I figured I should start it off. And as you know, one of my first videos I ended up doing was I reviewed, I believe they were 6 Godzilla movies, I believe. They were all the 90s versions. Toho 90s versions. Like I said, I reviewed Biollante, King Ghidorah, Mothra, Mechagodzilla 2, Space Godzilla Destroyer. I've already reviewed those movies, so I'm not going to talk about those movies in general because I've already talked about them. And I don't need to tell you guys again and again and again. That I would just sound like a broken record. So, what I figured I'd do instead, it's just talk about, just talk about Godzilla. Like I said, I'm just doing this right now. I didn't think about this. I was just thinking, I was like, I need to make a video of Godzilla, and I'm going to do it right now. So here I am making a video about Godzilla. But so, where should we start? To be honest, I think we really need to look at the very first movie. This is what's going to be, this video is going to be on. It's the very first Godzilla movie, which was Godzilla King of the Monsters, or in the United States it's just Gojira, which means whale and gorilla. Which is kind of weird because it looks more like a T-Rex than a Stegosaurus. I don't know. It's weird, but who cares? The name's cool. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the very first Godzilla film. Now, Godzilla to me is like professional wrestling. There's a lot of people that like it, but there's also a lot of people that don't like it. It's one of those things that you kind of understand why I'm comparing it to wrestling, because people laugh at Godzilla. They make fun of people for liking Godzilla. And I was one of those people. Now, I'm not making this up. I legitimately got made fun of from time to time because I liked Godzilla. They always say, oh, it's super corny, there's bad dummy. dubbing, but they really need to appreciate Godzilla for what he is. He's basically a symbol of Japan, but he's more than that. He's an icon. He is the greatest monster of all time. And I'm not just saying that because I'm, overrating him. It's just fact. His name says it all. Godzilla, king of the monsters. Now, of course, King Kong did come first, but he wasn't the monster. Although he was, people would consider King Kong the second most popular monster. And actually, maybe a little bit later, I will look back over there because I have a little newspaper thing my grandpa gave me that I have on my wall. And I can show you that very quickly, maybe towards the end of this video. But anyways, let's get off. I'm getting a little bit off track, so let's go ahead and start this video. The original, people keep forgetting the original Godzilla movie and how it started. It wasn't campy, it wasn't goofy, it wasn't colorful. It was, first of all, the film was in black and white. It was dark, it was serious, it was depressing. I actually happened to watch it not too long ago, quite recently, I think a few months ago. And I come to realize that when I first saw the trailer, and I remember it was on a VHS tape called Fantastic Dinosaurs. And what it was basically a commercial for different types of dinosaur and monster movies. And on there, Godzilla, King of the Monsters was on there. When I saw it, I was like, oh, another typical monster movie. I had no idea that this monster would be considered the most popular of all time. I didn't think about that. But he is. Godzilla is the king of monsters. And why I say this movie is dark is not just because it's in black and white, but the fact that it's a lot more serious. Or how Japan treats Godzilla, they treat him like an atom bomb. They treat him like an actual natural disaster or extremely devastating force that just clobbers everything in his path and will destroy and will not stop. That's how Japan treats Godzilla. Us Americans, a lot of us just treat him like, oh, camping monster, a guy in a rubber suit. Oh, yeah, that's so cheesy. Like, come on. Like, that's probably the only excuse why they don't like Godzilla is it's a guy in a rubber suit. It's so cheap. It's so campy. But people fail to realize that two people actually fitted took turns in the Godzilla costume. And they had to actually redesign the costume because actors kept on passing out inside the costume. And they've been losing weight. Because the costume's hard. Because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the head would be like where the neck would be. So the actor couldn't see diddly squat. So it was really hard for him. And the fact that it was a heavy suit and heavy costume, you had to move around in it, was bad, was really bad. It was really difficult to do. People have to understand that practical effects aren't cheap. They can be done right. And surprisingly, this movie, Godzilla King of the Monsters, won an award from Japan. It won an Oscar, an Academy Award. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them because they had no idea. Not only was the movie terrifying, but it made Godzilla. This solidified Godzilla's legacy. I'm going to be honest, this is not my favorite Godzilla movie, but this is the movie that started it. And that's what I think the remake is trying to do now. Instead of trying to be, goofy and corny, which I admit sometimes it's a little silly, but I still enjoy it. But they're going back to the original root of Godzilla where he was a force of destruction and he would stop at nothing and nothing could stop him. He was indestructible and he would destroy everything that got his way. That's what they're doing with the remake right now. And that's what I like. They're going back to the original Godzilla, how he was first appeared on, when he first appeared on screen, he was just that force of destruction. And that's what I liked. That's what I really liked was before, layering films, Godzilla was really serious and really terrifying. Same thing with the 1985 Godzilla movie. Even though it was a reboot, it was pretty much the same thing. Godzilla was a force of destruction that would destroy everything in its path. Godzilla 2000, pretty similar, I would say. Except they did add a monster in the movie, but that was until I guess kind of towards the end, but there was a spaceship technically. But you get where I'm getting at. Godzilla, the original Godzilla, without that movie, Godzilla would never exist. And without that movie, other monsters would never exist. Think about it. Do you think Pacific Rim probably could exist if Godzilla wasn't around? Do you think any more remakes of King Kong could have existed? Do you think Gamera could have existed? Or Ultraman? I just named some of the most popular icons and monster movies out there. Godzilla is one of the few monsters that started the giant movie monster franchise. And if it weren't for that, we wouldn't have movies like that. That means we wouldn't have Cloverfield. It's just fact. We would never have Cloverfield. And to be honest, I didn't care for that movie a whole lot, but at least they brought back the giant movie monster genre. But all in all, the original Godzilla was a great movie. Especially if you're a Godzilla fan. Or even if you're not. Even if you're just looking to watch a good B movie. It's very good. It's dark. It's serious. You have the kids singing choir full of kids. It was creepy. You have scenes of people dying and getting hurt. You have destruction. You have praying. It's just a serious movie to watch. And this is my advice for people that think Godzilla's just corny and just all bad dummy. Why don't you try watching the original one? And I want you to be completely honest. No laughing. Watch it like an actual movie. Watch it till the very end. Watch the entire thing and then give me your honest opinion. If you still don't like it, that's fine. But watch it for once. Just watch it. That's all I'm asking. Now, like I said, that's my honest thoughts about the movie. Great movie, very dark, and started the franchise. Like I said, throughout this year, not this year, but through this next couple weeks, I am going to be talking about Godzilla mainly. Like I said, all the way through next Friday. Which means you'll be seeing videos of me doing top 10 reviews, or top 10 favorites, or gameplay, or anything like that. So I just want you guys I wanted to give you guys a heads up on what's to come. So you guys don't go moaning and bitching. That's pretty much it. So like I said, if you want to watch wrestling videos, go to Wrestling Guru Society, and from time to time I'll post videos on there. That's pretty much it. All I can say is take care of all my peeps. And before I go, I did promise you guys I would do this, so I'm going to take the camcorder off. See this? See? And this is a real newspaper. This is a real newspaper. Here you go. It's Godzilla by Thundering Landslide. Now, go here. Look at that. So here we go. They mentioned Freddy, Jason, Jaws, Alien, Chucky, and dozens of other top contenders entering the ring. But eventually we were left with just two standing all-time heavyweights, Godzilla and King Kong, battling out in the final. Now, while the king is dead, Godzilla is officially the greatest monster of all time. And it wasn't even close. Godzilla, who had been dominant throughout the competition, received about 80% of the popular vote in the final. And there's just more information. And that's actually a picture of Godzilla 2000 right there, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to see if they actually have the year when this was made. But I know this was sometime last year, I believe. But you could tell that I'm not making this up. I've had this on my wall for quite a while now. This is a real newspaper article. Really is. I'm going to keep it on here because it's very cool. And this is proof that I'm not overrating it. And it's fact. So like I said, take care all my peeps. Don't forget to vote down below and tell me who you want for your next wrestler talk video and who's better video. And stick around for more upcoming Godzilla videos on your way. And definitely expect a Godzilla 2014 review. I'm definitely doing that. And I'm going to try to see if I can see opening day on Friday. Normally I would do it on midnight showing, but I have school, so it won't work. So I'm going to see opening day right after school. So, like I said, take care. Put your comments and thoughts down below in the comments section. And one more thing, Scott. I am interested in doing a video, so if you're interested in doing a top 10 favorite Godzilla films, just put it down in the comments down below, or Facebook message me, or Skype me, and we can talk about it. So that's all I have to say, and take care, because the king has come home.